Hello, everyone, and welcome to Comedy Jonah and Princess Glammy's recap of Ladies of London Glammy. We are so excited and happy to have you doing this.
Very happy to be with you because you and I have been friends for a long time.
We have, people might not know that, but we have known each other for a while. We've chatted. We've gotten even closer lately, so I'm loving that. And, you know, we were having like kind of a casual conversation on the phone, and you're like, Morning, you know what? This would be a really good recap.
Absolutely. I love them, these crazy women of London.
Because you're just as hilarious as me. At least I like to think so.
No. I'm nowhere as funny as you. You're like completely off the chain.
So before Eric gets mad at me, I do have to do the spiel. So, you know, this is part of your reality recaps. I'm logged in as your reality recap, so you won't see my picture in the corner. We have tons of shows that we're bringing to you, not just Ladies of London, all of the Housewives. We're excited that New Jersey is going to start. We also have huge, big plans for Big Brother. That is starting in less than 2 weeks. Glammy, I know you're excited about that.
I cannot wait for Big Brother. I am so absolutely, I just can't say
I know, right? So Eric and I will be live together in New York City at Adam's Party on the 25th. We did find out there is a 2-day premiere. We will be there the first day with Adam and a whole bunch of ex-house guests celebrating and watching together the premiere of Big Brother 16. You can get all of this and more and our schedules of our 24/7 live feeds coverage at yourrealityrecaps/Big Brother BB16. You can also take advantage of the early bird special and get your live feeds from us because every little bit we get helps us bring content like this to you, and we love it. And we love you, Glammy.
I bought my feeds from you.
Oh.
But my mug that you promised me has not arrived, so I will not hold that against you yet.
Oh my gosh, I do. But you know what mug I do have? I've got my Helen mug.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Helen.
And I'm drinking tea because you and I are having tea time, right?
Yeah, we're always having tea. Anyone that knows me, I drink tea. I only have friends that drink tea.
Glammy, what's your favorite kind of tea?
PG tips.
I'm sorry.
English.
What's that?
Anything English, actually. No, I only like PG tips. Hate Lipton tea. It's horrible.
Not Lipton, because that's more of American. Do you like a good chamomile? Good chamomile. Go on.
No, but Mr. Glam has one every single night before he goes to bed.
I'm a green tea. I like green tea. I am a green tea. I like my green tea. I like it cold, hot, and in between. So let's jump in because Ladies of London, I'm enjoying it. But you know what? I saw a tweet you sent out earlier, Glammy, talking about how it's kind of England versus America.
Yeah.
And you're right.
It's like the World Cup. It's like the World Cup. If England and the US get into the World Cup final together, this is what you're going to have. The Ladies of London,
right.
These other couple of women. And do you notice that there's only 2 Brits on the show? There's only 2 of us.
There is only 2. Well, you know, Caprice is kind of gray. Would you say or not? I mean, she's been there for 17 years.
Okay, us British girls do not get pregnant by our husbands and also order one via FedEx to be delivered to the house. You know, I don't get this whole surrogate thing at all. I mean, how do you bond with the other one that they get delivered through the mail? Like, oh, honey, it's here. Oh, great.
Would have had children had I known you could do that. I'd have got my Louis Vuitton luggage, my trunk, to travel to Adam's Party for the premiere and a baby. So, well, I think in all fairness with
Caprice, the bag. Here, have a look.
She wanted to have the surrogate and then ended up getting pregnant, you know.
How did you get the surrogate is due after her? They kept going, even though they knew she was pregnant. I don't get that. So I was like,
I think there was a lot of swimmers, so it could take weeks, right? I don't know. I don't know the vagina. I don't know fallopian tube. I don't know.
I don't know that part of the vajayjay either, so don't worry about it. I've never had to do the surrogate thing, so I don't know. But, you know. And is the baby one being born in the UK and the surrogate is Is it the U.S. one? I mean,
I was going there. So they're going to be kind of twins. One U.S., one U.K.
I don't know. It's very confusing.
It's very confusing. I mean, good grief. So Caprice, I've heard of Caprice. When I saw some of her earlier covers, I remember seeing her. She says she's been in the UK for 17 years. I know in America, if you have lived in New York City for 10 years, you can call yourself a New Yorker. Is it like that in London? No?
No.
Oh,
I've been here for nearly 20 years, and I still call myself British. Even when I take citizenship of America, I'll still be British.
As long as you have that accent, you're British, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, yeah. And do you notice Caprice, Caprice, I keep calling her Capri like the car.
Or the cigarette, right? Those skinny little cigarettes. Yeah.
I think so. But Caprice doesn't have an accent. She doesn't sound like Madonna, who was there for a hot minute. And I don't understand why Caprice has got no accent.
Well, she's like those Americans that will use the words, like my sister, who's married to an Englishman, and she'll, with her young kids, and she'll have, she talks just like me. In fact, we have the same voice, but she'll say stuff like, kids, go out and play in the garden, and that's
right.
backyard here in America.
I do say yard now because my kids wouldn't know where to go. They go out front instead of the back. So I have to say yard because everybody else has a yard. And so I've learned that, but I still say tomatoes. I still say basil. I mean, and I still say herbs. There is a freaking H on the beginning of the word. It's not herb. It's herb. I mean,
what are you trying to say? I don't understand.
You don't understand anything I'm talking about.
Are you talking about herbs, like herbs in your garden?
Yes.
But wait, how do you say that? How do you say in England again?
Herb.
Herbs.
Yes. And aluminium,
Gesundheit.
not aluminum.
Gesundheit. So I want to know, because I'm just a typical American that's super gay. When someone when Americans do the English accent, is it annoying? Is it?
Oh my God! Well, it's not as bad as David Tennant doing the American accent on the new show, which was Broadchurch in the UK. I think it's called Flash something or whatever it's called. His accent is so horrific. It's awful. He's a Scottish guy. He is doing this awful bloody American accent, and you just don't do that. It's like unless you're Hugh Laurie and you can actually pull it off because you're a comedian.
Right.
But Americans trying to do the British accent also makes me go, not like it. I don't like it. It's horrible.
Well, I think I started doing the English accent because I was watching a lot of Ab Fab.
Oh, that's not a good start. That's not a good place to start learning how. No. If you want to learn how to drink vodka and act like a fool, that's the place for you.
See, I would think Russia, not UK.
Russia.
But again, I'm a typical American who hasn't traveled a lot. So let's jump into some of the ladies. So, let's start with Caroline.
I love Caroline.
I did not think I was going to like her, but I actually really do. I get her sense of humor. I get the whole thing. I was expecting not to like her, but I like her.
Right. Well, the one thing I think is funny with her is I act very similar to her. She just makes it so much more overblown because she's on television. We are genuinely very, we walk away from drama. We don't like that. I've done it many times. Ask any of my husband's family members, any barbecue they have, and they start fighting and throwing beer. I'm just like gone. I don't even go.
That's a very English thing to do then, because in America we're like, Jersey Shore. We'll just flip out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe not like. Yeah. So, because I think it's really funny with Maribel being, the model, and she's kind of rockerish. But when we saw
Annabelle, yes.
But when we saw this episode last night, which of course I'm jumping all over the place, she's smoking, and then she's like, and just wanted no drama, which I expected her.
But she was starting the drama last night. She was poking at the American chick. She was like, Juliet, go away, whatever, go, and she kept going. So she was, even though she was saying, I don't want drama, she was like, oh, I'm on TV, I've got to keep this going. But the one thing I don't understand about Annabelle is, of course, she was Alexander McQueen's muse. Normally, you get over the death of a family member or a friend, and
Right.
you don't like sit in the house for 4.5 years. That to me is kind of, is she still milking it? You know, trying to throw Alexander's name into everything all the time.
Has it been 4 years?
It was February 11th, 2010. Don't ask me how I know this. I don't know.
I didn't know it had been that long. And it is Alexander McQueen, right?
Yeah, the designer.
The designer, right.
And I don't own any of his clothes, so sorry.
So, Glammy, what I want to know, because like Isabel's training with the horses and all of that, is that...
It's Annabelle. Annabelle. You've called her Mirabelle and Isabel. It's Annabelle. Bloody hell.
Go on, then. Annabelle.
Yay! You got it right.
So Annabelle is training to be a horse person, a jockey. Like, what's that about? What's going on?
Well, she's doing some charity work. It's for some charity, and all the money that she raises goes to the Alexander McQueen something or other.
Now, I've
get it.
Well, I've ridden on a horse before, but I never had the fake horse prop thing where my ass is really hurting.
I just thought they had those at sex parties. I seriously thought that was a sex party toy, and I was like, why have they got this out in public? What is going on?
It was black. It was shiny. It was, I was like...
And she complained her ass hurt afterwards, so there you go.
It took a beating. I get it. But I thought this was a lot of work for just kind of a charity, looking good in your riding boots and your crop and...
Yeah, have your crop and your, all that sort of thing. I don't get it. I really freaking... I've got a feeling she's going to fall off the damn thing anyway, the real thing, and hurt herself. I haven't ridden a horse for, oh God, I don't know how many, 20 years. I wouldn't get it back on a horse now and go around a race course. She has to be completely insane, which I think she probably is.
I think she is, absolutely. And I think it's a lot of work and to be taught all of this just to do that. All right, so let's jump into, so one of the girls I was really wanting to really like was Noelle, who is from Seattle, because I'm living in Seattle now. I'm from Seattle. So I don't like her.
Neither do I, because I didn't like how they described her as a hustler. She's not a gold digger. She's a hustler. It's the same damn thing. If you're running around after this man, Scott Young, I think his name is, for his money, you're a gold digger. And she's even said how much she wants her ring to be. It's like 8.5 carats, and it has to be flawless. Well, don't we all?
Well, I think at first I had some respect for Noelle. I mean, she knows what she wants, blah, blah, blah. But as more episodes, because we're up to 3 now, as we're getting more, and she's been waiting for, blah, 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 to get a divorce and do that. And I agreed with Caprice when she said, I appreciate a hustler, but I think she is a gold digger. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. My mama told me, diamonds are a girl's best friend, but a real woman buys her own. I don't know.
Well, that's kind of like another show we watch, the Mama Joyce thing. She's always walking about with Louis Vuitton handbags that Candy bought her. I have Louis. I just showed you one. My daughter didn't buy them. There's no way.
So have you jumped to Candy's wedding?
Oh, I just wanted to throw that whole thing. There's a theme going on here. There's a theme with these women. There's always one gold-digging bitch, and it can be a mama or it can just be a woman on a show. But unfortunately, most of them are Americans. Sorry, guys. It's always Us British gold diggers do not go on national TV and brag about it.
I'm sorry, BBC's a pretty clean network. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm getting sick of her waiting for a ring, move on. I thought it was very annoying that she's going to look for flats and He says, why don't you get a bigger one because I think we're going to live together really soon. And even the ones that she saw, I know are pretty expensive, but maybe at least for my budget. But she even complained about that too. It was like, really?
£6,800 a month for a flat in London. I was like, are you kidding me? It was beautiful. It had a garden and everything. I was like, what do you expect? And she's like, oh, it's dirty. I'm like, try cleaning, bitch. Pick up something and clean it. I mean, I'm just like, and you're not paying for it, so why do you care? I mean, seriously, she's a nutcase. I don't like her. But there's another girl on the show, John, I didn't even know was on the show. Who the hell's Julie? Not Juliet. There's another one called Julie that I haven't seen. Well, I was reading the cast, and I'm like, there's 6 girls. I'm like, who's the 7th chick? I don't know her. Where's she come from?
She's the blonde one, right? The new blonde one that was introduced to us last night?
Was she on last night? I missed her.
Yeah.
She must have been memorable.
She was sitting next to Annabelle.
Oh, Annabelle. She's sitting at the party. I thought she was just a guest. I didn't know she was a really person on the show.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
What do you think about
Knickergate, by the way, last night? The Knickers
You know, I thought... Maybe because I'm American, I thought it was fine. But you know what? I think what the real problem is...
No. You never show your knickers in public. No. Not even if you're wearing them. You go to the store and you secretly buy them and you take them and you put all this stuff on top of them and you're like taking them out of the register and you go quickly put them in the bag. You never show people your knickers. It's just not right.
Sounds like England is in the 1800s because you know what?
No.
It 2014
the best.
Glammy, okay?
Have you seen another reality star from Bravo, Lisa Vanderpump? All the gay clubs she had, it's a rocking place, London. You just don't show your knickers unless you're in the right place.
Unless you're what, getting $1 bills put in them? Is that okay? Because that's what Lisa Vanderpump does.
That's about right. Yeah.
If you show your knickers, does that make you more American? Actually, is that what you're saying? Now, Caroline didn't have a problem with the knickers. She thought it was funny. She laughed. It was silly because it wasn't happening to her. Should Annabella had been more like that instead of I'm a rock and roll brick chick, but I don't like to talk about panties.
Here's the problem. We are really big hypocrites when it comes to all this. We will not show our knickers, but we will go topless on any beach in fucking Spain that you can find. In fact, all over Europe. I do it myself. Everybody does it. I remember trying to go topless on Ocean City Beach in Maryland, and people were like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I don't want tan lines. And my husband was like, don't do that. It's illegal. And I'm like, God, you guys are so stuck up. But we won't show our knickers in public. But we'll take it all off on top. Who cares? Yeah,
don't show your panties, but let's go topless and let's not shave our armpits. Really?
No, that was Madonna. That was Madonna bullshit. That's not true. No, I think we invented the razor. No, we do that, and we also have nice teeth.
Yes.
That we don't buy for herself. They come naturally when we're born.
If not, just buy them.
When I was there, we don't buy other people's hair and put it on our heads. That whole thing isn't going for me. I'd just rather have really bad hair like today or no hair at all. I'm not going to buy somebody else's hair unless there's a reason for it.
Not even like stick it under like it's your natural hair on top, but it's, it's the fake hair underneath. Right?
No. I like this look. I don't know if I can do that. I mean, my hair's a complete damn mess today. I'm completely mortified. But I wouldn't go out and get the hair extensions. I just don't like that. I mean, you've got to wash them, and they have their own, they have their own place in your house. You have to hang them up in the closet.
You wash your armpits. You shave your legs. What's wrong with washing in little extra pieces of hair?
Well, you can't put them in the washing machine to wash with the rest of your clothes. You have to especially, take care of these things like kids. I already have kids. I don't want any more.
Well, you can't put your mentionables in the washer. Just take it in the shower with you and just like a ponytail.
Could you imagine it just falling out and you suddenly have armpit hair? It gets attached somewhere it's not supposed to. No, I don't do that either.
Okay, so no knickers and no fake hair. Okay.
No knickers, no fake hair. We do our armpits, and we don't sound like Madonna. That's been my worst, like nightmare. Scared to death that I pick up the phone and speak to a British friend, and she says, "You sound just like Madonna." I'm like, "Oh my god." I'd literally start drinking way more than I do. Now, there's another one on this show that I do like Juliet. She's kind of cool, but she's trying way too hard to be British.
No, I disagree. Oh, wait, no. Juliet is the brown-haired one, right?
Yes.
Oh,
the one that had the shorts on.
Oh,
yes.
hell no.
Her shorts are awful.
She's terrible. She's like, what? Why am I offending everyone? She is like a can of paint you throw against a white wall. What? She's like, in your face. I don't know why you don't like me. I don't know why you don't like me. I don't know why you don't like me.
The national anthem was so embarrassing. I felt so sorry for this entire country that it could sound that bad. I was just mortified for all of you. I was like, that poor girl. She's either had too much to drink or she's like, I'm on TV, I'm going to do this, it's going to sound great. It sounded hellish.
Well, as much as I kind of tease Annabelle a little bit about her rock and roll model lifestyle, but she's very, very reserved, I don't think Annabelle was really that upset about the panties. I think she was more upset that she was trying to talk to Julie.
Oh, yeah,
and Juliet, I like to play tennis, and I belong to every country club there is. Burpity-doo. Oh, look at me. And it was just like, she turns it into the Juliet show. Which, you know, I don't mind the Comedy Jonah show, because it's fun, but I can also be an audience member, too. I have no problem with that. Yeah.
It was really rude with the way she was talking at that table. I was like, why is she trying so desperately? And then she had the nerve to say, I can't believe Annabelle was so mean to me at my own party. Well, maybe if you'd shut your mouth and be polite to your guests instead of a raving bitch, you wouldn't have been told to shut up. I mean, and then, of course, Annabelle's expression when she sang the national anthem was, well, actually what came out of her mouth, shocked. I mean,
no, it's shocking. I love them all smoking outside, bitching with each other.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. But
right.
I don't even know anyone smoked anymore, so.
Glammy, we have a question from Susie at SOOOZ 2010 on Twitter. Do you think Annabelle will ever come out of mourning?
No, because it's going to make her some money and keep her relevant because she's in the fashion world and everyone she's going to meet, she's going to go, hi, I'm Annabelle and I used to sleep with, you know, do the zits of, do the hair for, of whatever his name, Alexander McQueen. I used to bring him breakfast in bed and I used to do everything for him and I want to ask somebody, well, where the hell were you when he killed himself? What was she off doing? If she claims that they were together all the time. Was she there?
Passed out on the floor? Was she passed out on the floor? I mean, what were you doing?
Yeah, where was she? Shopping? Did she look around the store to go get some stuff?
She's at the studio being amused again. Look at me. Oh, his feathers.
The muse.
Did I say it right?
Muse. I was his muse. I'm like, oh, shut up.
No, I mean, you can tell it's really sad.
She's playing
and,
I sorry for her, I really am, but she's playing it up. After 4.5 years, you're moving on. You still feel oof about it, but it doesn't stop you going outside anymore at that point. It really doesn't. It doesn't stop you, you know, how did I say this? Okay, we lost a son. We lost our kid. We moved on 5, 6 years ago. So we know what it's like. So I understand where she's coming from, but she has to push through these walls. And I think she pushed through the walls, but she didn't really push through the walls. You know what I mean? It's very strange, and she needs, and I'd never ever say to anyone, therapy. She kind of does. She needs it.
Who doesn't need therapy? Do you think that maybe we're just kind of learning this just because we're getting to know Annabelle because this is the first season of Ladies of London? Because I actually like her, but
they're all saying the same thing, that she doesn't go out, and they're trying to get her to go out, and they're all so shocked when she arrives. And I'm like, it was 4 years ago. You know, she's not moved on. Is she still lying in, you know, do you remember years ago, there was, because you were in Seattle, you might, Courtney Love said all she wants to do is have Brad Pitt wear Kurt Cobain's pajamas. It was kind of weird. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? I would expect her to say something like that about, you know, I want David Beckham to wear Alexander's pajamas. You know, just because she's in that state of mind.
I would wear your pajamas, Glammy. I would think they would be really
they're not
fluffy and
Alexander
fabulous.
McQueen. They're not Alexander McQueen. They're Ralph Lauren, but and they're not fluffy. No.
Get some vintage ones. Get some vintage ones. Okay, so let's jump into my favorite, Marissa. I love her.
Oh, the one that's becoming a Brit, but can't let go of the 4th of July party.
Now, what do you think of the 4th of July party in London, England?
I loved how Annabelle wore the correct outfit for the date. Black. Mourning. The fact that you kicked us all out the first time, and it's now you're letting us back in. You know?
And now we're going to have our freaking party on your territory.
And we're going to celebrate the fact that we kicked you out. No. From
England, in England, you know.
Yeah, I was just like, I understand Caroline's, like, the fact that she was laughing at the situation, because who in the hell has a 4th of July party in England? Right next to Buckingham Palace, basically. I mean, I was like, talk about this.
I was happy that Caroline, when she got her sliders, did have the English flag in them. Like, they were representing. Annabelle was, like you said, Annabelle was in black. She was in mourning. I thought that was totally appropriate. Now, I was under the impression that Marissa was having this just to kind of say goodbye to America, because she has them every year, and it sounded like she's going to continue.
And I want to know, had the immigration officer seen this show before giving her citizenship, would she have got it? Because we're really stuck up and we don't pull shit like that. It was really kind of classless.
Well, I think she needs to open up her email, because I think her citizenship's already been taken away. I think Obama's
Sorry, you need to go.
I think Obama's like, we'll just fast track that. Along with your health care. Okay?
Yes, yeah. You can stay over there because you've embarrassed the fuck out of us, and we don't want you back. And then she's getting one from David Cameron saying the same thing. You need to go back to America, and then she's going to be stuck in the Atlantic Ocean on a boat, going on an island, alone. A poor woman.
So, and then we kind of met Julie last night. We don't really know a lot about Julie as far as what's going on. We know that they're all kind of good friends. But yeah, the Americans kind of do outdo the Brits. And yeah, Americans are louder. I absolutely agree. I want to know, since you've been in America, do you feel like kind of you're a little louder, or no? You keep kind of to your reserved nature as English?
I'm not. Well, first of all, I'm not fucking English. Get it right. We're not going to be friends anymore.
I'm going to go to the table right now. Just do the shit by yourself.
If anybody knows me,
I thought I did. Go on, Glammy, go on.
I'm Scottish. You know, born and raised in the same places. Oh, let me think. Sean Connery, for example. Gordon Ramsay may sound English, but he's actually born in Scotland as well. So there's a rivalry going on since, I don't know, since the William Wallace Braveheart days, and the English came in and stole all our shit. So we don't really like the English awfully much. Well, especially when it comes to sporting events. I don't care who England's playing against. We are rooting against them. I was just rooting on Italy. I don't give a shit about Italy. I'm like, go Italy. I will be voting. I will be, screaming if it is an England-America World Cup. I will be on Team USA just to beat the English. So please do not say. It's like me saying to you, you're Canadian. Except no, the Canadians didn't get their shit taken away from the Americans. So no, it's just like
that is the worst thing you could ever say to me, Glammy.
No,
but I mean, people don't know, but I'm actually Native American. I'm actually a registered Native American.
Well, there you go then. You kind of feel the same way as I do.
We are the same boat. We both learned today who we really are.
Well, I knew who I was. You obviously weren't paying attention for the last 3 years. Right. So I'm Scottish, And us Scots are a little bit louder than the English girls. But genuinely, the entire country behaves themselves. We all behave ourselves. We don't scream and shout at each other in public. There's no, none of this going to a party and throwing a glass of wine in somebody's face. We just walk away. And then with the invention of the internet, we probably would trash them on the internet. But we wouldn't do it publicly, like loud, verbally. We keep it down. But me, I don't think I'm a typical Brit. I don't think.
You've got some reservedness in you. Like, I see you now. Now I'm really looking at you, and I'm really listening to what you're saying. I'm listening to your tone. And I can see that you probably have a temper, and you probably go from 0 to 60. But then that English UK comes in, and you slowly become graceful again.
Okay, I'll tell you the worst experience of my life happened in the United States. It happened in the United States. My husband and I traveled 1,100 miles to go to a family member's wedding. And this family members were up and down that my husband's ex-wife of 20 years ago would not be invited to the party. I walk into the church and the bitch is sitting in a pew. I'm like, oh, okay. So I picked up the Louis, put on the sunglasses, turned around and walked right out of the church and refused to watch that family member have their wedding. I got in the car. My husband then left with myself. My husband was part of the wedding. He then left and left everybody just sitting there and said, if you want her there, that's fine. But I will not be a part of this nonsense. They expected me to erupt in this wedding. They expected me to go apeshit. I picked up my bag. I walked out. We got in the car and we drove back to Florida. We left.
Now, when you drink, would you do that? Like if we got a couple cocktails in you.
Definitely. Yes, but I would be...
Scottish side is coming out, right?
I don't think... I've never been in a fight in my life, ever.
A verbal?
Never, no, not with anybody that I wasn't married to. I mean, my ex-husband probably doesn't agree with that, but not publicly.
We got him now. He's signing in. No.
Oh, shit. I don't even remember the guy's name. He was so insignificant. But no, I've never been in a... Well, wait a minute. I did punch somebody once. One time I did punch somebody.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law.
Do you have like a lot of built-up aggression, maybe like a kickboxing class or something?
No, because I don't think we care. We don't care enough about... We don't care. People, we really don't care. I'm serious.
That is a hilarious answer. Oh my God.
You know how people get so upset about, oh my God, somebody said this about me. They can't let it go.
Yeah.
It goes in one ear and straight out the other. We don't care. I mean, people have been so offensive to me on Facebook or Twitter with regards to Big Brother last year and also this year. And I'm just like, oh, that's so shocking and sad that you said that nasty thing about me. Block. And I move on and don't even remember their names. I don't care. I have no... Maybe it's a deficiency in a gene, messed up gene. But we don't care. We don't get all emotional and upset. You know?
Now, okay, so that's a good segment. I know we've talked about a lot of the girls. I know this is kind of tea time with Comedy Jon and Princess Glammy talking about the ladies of London. But we do have Big Brother coming up. You know, I think it is tough to break into London society because just talking to you, it's tough to break in with you as far as... But enough of that. Big Brother a little bit. I'm hearing like some gossip. What do you think of all the craziness that happened in Big Brother 16? You know, I'm hearing certain people that are getting threatened, have been getting threats. There has to be bodyguards and security of these crazy Americans.
You're talking about the Big Brother...
Some of the Big Brother 15 cast going,
Yes. I think they should be allowed to go, and this is what I keep saying to everyone. Why in the hell are you picking on people that were on a TV show playing character on the show last year?
Yeah.
But then you talk badly about what they did inside the house. Don't trash them or try and hurt their feelings or destroy their jobs. When they've not been on TV for a year, and that's so last year, let the Big Brother house guests participate in this year. It's fun when you hear... You know, I can't wait to hear what Amanda's going to say about the house guests. You know, I really can't. Don't cut her off and try and shut her down. Let her talk and let her make us laugh. Because she's been there.
Well,
Gina
I
Marie
think,
will probably say the greatest things about house guests. I cannot wait for
God,
Gina Marie to say, that girl's got no sense. I'm
want
just
you to
waiting
sit
for it.
right on my lap and tell me to my face. But, you know, again, you don't have to like everyone. We're not all going to agree on things. But to take it to another level, and you're threatening, and it's so easy to just tweet out, "Ooh, I hate you, and I just wish you were," you know, there's enough hate out there, right? I mean, come on, just let them be. You don't have to like them, but just, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. It's
Well,
what my grandma told me.
when did that stop happening? I mean, because that's the way I was raised. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Now, when you're saying, I write blogs, obviously, about Big Brother and other shows, but when the show is on and these people are doing stupid shit inside the house, you have the right to write about it.
Yeah.
And you can joke about it. But once they're gone, they're gone. You know, Marcellus has the same problem every year because people say, oh, my God, you didn't use the golden veto on yourself. He's like, oh, my God, that was 13 years ago, 12, 13 years ago. Stop, let it go. And I'm just like, leave the man alone, Also, to any of the house guests that were on before, you're not famous. You're just a fan on the internet that happens to have been in that house.
Yeah.
Don't talk down to us.
Yeah.
Don't talk down to us because house guests yesterday started shit yesterday between other house guests.
Right, exactly. And you know what? I mean, if you're going to hold them to what they've done or said, being in a certain situation like a hamster, closed off from everything, living with 16 strangers, you know what I mean? It's all kind of manipulated. If you're going to get mad at them, you might as well get mad at Angelina Jolie for being a witch, but she's not. She's playing a character. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same.
But I don't understand why previous house guests are attacking the Big Brother 15 cast. I don't get it. Because they're 1 year further away of being completely unknown than the Big Brother 15 cast are. So maybe they're jealous. Maybe they're picking on, saying daft stupid shit to, Judd and stuff. Which Judd didn't do anything to anybody. Okay, he had one slip-up, big deal, let it go. He's not a bad human being. Neither's Gina Marie a bad human being. Amanda's not a bad human being. I like them on the show? Not particularly. Yeah. But would I wish them harm? No. No, and you know what? I had comedic things to say, about them throughout the season, and I've, doing this, I've had a chance to get to know them, and you know what? They're actually really nice people. If you just sit down and have them and talk to them in the real world, give people a chance. Glammy, you and I have gotten our first show done. Oh my God! Finally, it was your fault. You were late, but never mind.
I know. Today was just crazy. I did so many things wrong that Eric is going to read me tonight when I get home. But I'm excited to do the show with you. I was excited to have a nice hot cup of tea.
What kind of cup is that? What kind of tea are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Bigelow.
Oh, really? Because as I said to you yesterday, British tea doesn't come on a string. That's only our Tampax.
Dear, I'm not in England. I'm in America.
Yeah, we don't do that.
So you're going to have to teach me as we go through our Ladies of London shows. You're going to have to teach me. I'm going to have to get accessories, and maybe we'll have a little live demonstration.
A live demonstration of how to make a cup of tea? Oh, my God. No lime. You don't put lime in your tea. Well, no, you don't. You just don't do it. Dash of milk and half a sugar. That's all you do.
No honey?
Unless you're sick. Are you sick? No. Well, that's what you want to take that if you're sick. Honey and lemon.
I'm sick here.
Well, that's fine. Oh, well, okay. No, it's a dash of milk with half a sugar. Or black. Some people take it black.
Mine's black.
Is it what? Well, what the hell? What is it again? Green tea? You don't put anything in green tea.
Dark green.
Chinese or something. It's not even a tea.
It's a tea.
Do you know what I use? Okay, I will tell you what I use green tea for. Making Thai noodles. That's it. I don't drink the shit. Dear God. All right, go back to work.
All right, we got to wrap it up. So we've gotten through our first show. Guys, let us know what you think. Sorry I didn't get to all your questions. I was having technical difficulties up here, and I couldn't get all the questions loaded. I have so many things that I need to improve on as far as hosting the show because
I couldn't get my banner thing up. my thing up.
I know.
I can't get it to work today.
We're just going to have
It's
to.
on.
We're going to have to just, we'll do it. We'll get it done next time. Eric's going to show me how. I have all newfound respect for Eric and for Dana, who is hosting the Bachelorette show with Tyler.
Yes.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Let us know what you think. Sorry about the questions.
Don't let us know what you think. Don't.
Don't let us know what you think about this one. But tune in next week and every week after that as Glammy and I dish about the ladies of London and anything else that you want to do. And until next week, cheers, Glammy. I'm so excited to do the show with you.
Bottoms up, love.
Bottoms up. All right. All right, guys. Until next week, see ya. And Glammy, tell everyone where we can find you and where we can get your blog.
Oh, you can get my blog at princessglammy.com, and you can see me on Twitter at Princess Glammy.
Perfect.
And Princess Glammy on Facebook or whatever it's called.
And Glammy's contact information and her blog will be below once the show ends. We'll have all the information for you. And again, you can follow me at Comedy Jonah. You can see everything from Ladies of London to Big Brother 16, all at yourrealityrecaps.com. If you haven't gotten your live feed yet for Big Brother 16, you can click on our website, click on it, because every little bit helps us bring content like this to you for free. All right, till next week, guys. Mwah. See you soon. Bye.
Bye, love. Bye. Are we off there?
Hold on.